Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Bryce here, and let's fucking get it cracking. Alright, so today I'm coming with you with a pendulum deck profile, you know what I mean? Now, this is a pendulum deck profile with the recent ban list, so we have no Hawkeye X no more, but yeah, we can still play at spicy tech, so let's get right into it. So first off, we're playing the one copy of Astrograph Sorcerers. So Astrograph Sorcerers obviously at 1, and it's at 1 for good reason. As soon as a monster or a pendulum monster is destroyed on the field, you get to special summon this card, and you get to choose one card that was destroyed during that turn and add it back to the hand, which is actually a crazy effect. And bringing on to my next monster is 3 Chronograph Sorcerer. It's at 3, so basically it does the same thing as Astrograph, but except when a monster is destroyed or a pendulum monster is destroyed on the field in the pendulum zone, this thing gets to special summon itself and another monster in hand. Also, it's got a quick, nice niche effect in Pendulum Scale that it can destroy itself and special summon a Time Gazer Magician onto your field, or put it in the pendulum zone, which is very nice as well. Next monster, we're going into 3 Performable Skull Crobat Joker, which is basically the Stratus of the deck. You need to play the 3, obviously. And then we're going into the Magician Pendulum Engine. So now I'll go over why I chose each monster. So we got 3 Oath Dragon Magician. Reason being is it's your main low scale. It just helps you combo off, and you need one just to go into Baron de Fleur using Harmonizing Magician's effect. Next monster, we're going 3 Wisdom Eye Magician. This card simply just destroys itself and gets to replace with any of these Magician Pendulum monsters here. Just a nice, really good effect and keep the combos going and stuff. Next monster, we're going into 3 Harmonizing Magicians here. This card is so gorgeous. Synchro plays all day, Link plays, whatever you want. This card is just absolutely filthy. Now, I chose to go double Iris Magician at 2. Reason being is because this card is used to get Time Pendulum Graph and Star Pendulum Graph from your deck. So the reason I'm playing it at 2 is because usually you already have one in your hand, and I don't normally see me using the effect at 3, so I just keep it at 2, just squeeze in more Magician Pendulum monsters in, because we got a lot. So now into the 1-ups that we have. 1 Dragon Pit Magician. Reason being is because Mystic Mine is still in the ban list. This card is a need be. Basically, it's a normal monster, but you use it for its pendulum effect. Discard a card to pop 1 Spar Trap card on the field. Mystic Mine, you know, get that card out of here. Ban that card, Konami. What's going on? And then we got 1 Performable Celestial Magician, 1 Black Fang Magician, and 1 Purple Poison. I see a lot of deck profiles coming in 3 Purple Poison Magician. I like it at 1 because I like to run my 40 card deck, you know, more consistency, and just if they get rid of it, it's a shame. But yeah, Purple Poison is a crazy effect. For those of you that do not know the effect, it's once per turn. If a Dark Spellcaster type monster battles, before damage calculation, you can make that monster gain 1,200 attack, and then destroy this card. And then this card's monster effect, once this card is destroyed, you get to target 1 face-up card on the field and destroy it. Black Fang's there just to recycle your Astrograph, or to it's basically a monster reborn with its effect once it's destroyed. And then Performable Celestial, it's just a very, very useful effect. Once you have a Synchro and a Pendulum, the Pendulum, if you have a Pendulum monster while this card is on the field, you also get a Pendulum monster at the end phase. And then if you have a Synchro monster, this card, your opponent cannot activate monster effect. If you have an XYZ, this card, yeah, you got to play at least 1. And then the 1 Time Gazer Magician for the chronographs. And then moving forward to the other monsters we got 2 Abyss Actor. I play 2 because the effect is only once per duel, so I just need to use the effect once, and then yeah, that's about it. And then 1 Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer. Literally just makes the deck lit, and then it just makes Ignister, and Ignister is a great card. Target 1 of your Pendulum Scales or Pendulum Monsters to shuffle a card back into the deck. Very, very useful. And then going into the floodgates here, we play 1 Artifact Scythe, because we can still do the combo. The combo is still capable of doing with Baron's effect, or you could just use Tornado Dragon as well. And we also still play Dagda, and Dagda is very useful to go into Scythe or Lancia. You can still do that, and it's still very strong in this format, I think. And then obviously 3 Ash Blossom of Joy Springs, just for the hand traps in the deck. I found that like you playing this is very useful for going second if you do go second, but this deck is preferably good for going first. Next, we got 3 Pot of Prosperity. Just gets anything you want to your hand, obviously. We got 3 Duelist Alliance. And Duelist Alliance can search Luster. It can search Double Iris. It can search Pendulum Call. And then it searches Star Pentagraph and Time Pentagraph, which is very nice as well. So that is the deck. Now moving forward with the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we do have 1 Time Star Magician. Most Pendulum players like know when to summon this at a good time. And literally, once you have this card, like Time Pentagraph, and you have like a scale, or you used a Pendulum Call already with this card, and you have Time Pentagraph, it's just literally disgusting because this, or even if you don't, this card just protects your scale from being destroyed. Time Pentagraph to target card, a Magician Pendulum monster's effect, or a Magician Pendulum on the field, and then you get to destroy that card, destroy a card your opponent has, and then if since this card did not destroy 2 cards, you're also able to send a card from the field to the graveyard, which is absolutely phenomenal. This is so disgusting. We also play 1 Begusta. I prefer Begusta over Abyss Dweller. Reason being is because Begusta negates monsters that are on the field already. Abyss Dweller is like very depends on like what deck you're going against, because some decks can play without using their graveyard. So yeah, that's why I prefer Begusta. We have 1 Tornado for the Scythe lock, and then 1 Zeus just to end games. Then for link monsters here, we got 1 Artemis, just to go ahead, link off when you have Star Pentagraph to search any Magician Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand, just really good. 1 Beyond, because we don't have Electromite. Beyond is still very, very good. 1 IP to make a access code or Appaloosa, not being able to be destroyed by card effects, very nice. 1 Dagda, obviously to set your Scythe. And once Dagda's effect resolves, activate Baron, destroy Scythe. Baron's effect during the standby phase to special summon the Scythe. Your opponent still gets under a Scythe lock. And then we got Dark. Dark just to fucking special summon any Dark monster in your opponent's graveyard. Which is absolutely crazy because you can just steal a DP even after they use DP's effect. Go into Dark. Now you have DP on your side of the field. And then you can also use DP's effect after that resolves. But the problem is after that, it does go to your opponent's graveyard. So you got to keep that in mind. 1 Celine, 1 Appaloosa, and 1 Access Code Talker. And then for the synchros, we obviously got Ignister. Ignister, just absolutely gorgeous card. Just a target, one of your cards to shuffle a card into your opponent's deck. I mean, shuffle a card on your opponent's field into the deck, which is a non-target, which is absolutely disgusting. And then Borload Savage and Baron de Fleur. And that is the extra deck that I chose to go with. Now, moving forward with the side deck. And I'm going to say we could play 3 Miss Valley Apex Avion. Because you can Pendulum Summon this card. Pendulum Summon it. Your opponent activates any effect, whatever. If as long as it's not a strike or anything, you're able to negate it. It's just an extra Nami negate. We got 1 Lancia just in case Scythe doesn't work against that deck. For example, Flows or a banished deck, for example. We then play 3 Effect Veiler just to side out when we're going second. Or it's game 3, you just want to, if your opponent's going first, I feel like it's better to just stop a monster effect. It can literally end plays. We got the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. Harpy Feather Duster, you draw it, and you're going against a deck that sets 5. Are you kidding me? GG. They fold. Called by the grave just for game 3, game 2. You know, you're going first, or you won game 1. You're going, or you lost game 1, and you're going first. You know, called by the grave, still very, very effective card in this format. We're going 3 Cosmic Cyclone. Reason being is we died to anti-spell, so we need an answer to that. Also, if like someone else is trying to do a Scythe lock, activate Cosmic Cyclone, banish the Scythe or whatever. And then last cards being is 3 Infinite Impermanence. And yep, that is the deck profile. Okay, guys, hopefully you guys liked it. And like and to subscribe. And keep checking out for more content. Peace.